Hello, welcome back. On the tutorial is going to talk about, is going to show the IK change detection analysis, the ENVI 5.3. First of all, you need to launch the ENVI software, so then at least have images the masu interval, maybe depending on how you want it. In this case, this is just a Landsat image now, part of Kano Metropolis, showing the situation of the land use land cover in 2000, and then similar situation in 2014, roughly about shekaru goma sha hudu kenan tsakani. So images then are classified into, as you can see, into roughly 4 classes: the built-up vegetation, water, bare surfaces, and then the unclassified other items. So the same thing applies to image now 2014. So in doing change detection analysis, we require going to the toolbox. As you can see, I'm going to change detection difference map, change detection statistics, image change workflow, and then thematic change workflow. So in this case, somebody already not gonna classify images, not gonna creating thematic areas. So I want to go for image change, then I'll go for thematic change. So then double clicking on thematic change. On the shine zai bani dama sai kani wannan window din. Nagashin already is telling me that I should input time 1 classified image. Time 1 here in this case is my 2000 image. Image of 2000. Shine time 1 dina. I'll click on it and then click OK, and then my time 2 image is the most recent, which is this one. So I click OK, and then I click on next. So in the next, it will give me the chance to move to the next step while it is loading. There's need for me at the end of the analysis to show the statistical table showing the percentages, areas, and so on of the images at the end of the day. So I loading images then, and then it's telling me to go to next. Okay, good. To yanzu, as you can see from the background, the images have been matched together. Now I'll click on next. Shi ma zai ci gaba da operate, zai ci gaba da booting, and then you can see nan ya kama ya relating kowane class na kowane image with another class of the other image. By default, smoothing in the curl is 3. You like make it 5, 6, and so on. It depends on how you want it to be. So now that's 5 there. Now clicking on next. So next is just to save my output. As you can see, here is where you save this ENVI file. I'm going to save it HAUSA tutorial. Maybe let me create a new folder. Change, call it change D detection. That is the name of my folder. So in booting, and then I will now change my save my image as change. Okay, now the shape file schema, I like to save it in the same place, maybe change, and then .shp will be added to the extension. Then I can click on finish. So when I click on finish, it will run and then give me an output as a changed that's a changed map as an output. So after which I'll go ahead and then finish calculating statistics. Then you see how you relate each pair of the statistics and then show the result. This is the change map I'm having based on comparing the 2 images. Then they producing then they imagine the 2000, the 2014. So this is a change map, which for this case I want to see the statistics. Now, say down and can you see change detection statistics? Double clicking on this to give me the chance to add. You can see select initial image. In this case, my initial image is the 2000 as usual, so I'll click on the initial image, actually 2000 dot, and then select the band and then click OK. For the second image, that is the final stage image, I need image in the 2014 year 2014 gashi nan dat, sai na clicking shi ma band ɗinsa, sai na clicking OK. Now wannan kuma window din zai baka dama ne ka comparing what to what do I want to compare when making the change detection, what extent of vegetation and presently and what was existing before and so on. So maybe anan gurin in bana son ba wannan I can select on these two, maybe call remove all. I don't have any pair here. These are the pairs I would like to compare. In this case, say I'm selecting build up in the initial gashi nan yazo, and then build up in the second. You can see build up. I want to compare initial build up and then the final state build up. Say I'm clicking add pair, automatically zai kara nan. Say I'm selecting vegetation, add pair, water, then add the pair, bearland, so add it. So these are the formula. So it depends on me kake so ka compare. If you want to compare build up and then maybe vegetation, what is the change? Here you have the chance. You can make a lot of matrix comparing build up with vegetation, bare land with build up, and so on, to see what has taken over what over time. So I just want to make it like this, but just for simple practical. So in this case, in the save in output classification mask image, okay, yes, by default. Now output mask file, what do I want to save it as? Maybe final underscore change. So let's open. Already in mana bashi a default. Then initial file, now co-registered initial file, shini maybe 2000 underscore chn. Open, and then the final one also, since 2014 underscore chn, and then I'll click open, and then finally I'll click on OK. Automatically it will run, and then my table will come up. This is a statistical table now that is trying to compare. So it will give you information about the pixel count at initial stage, at the final stage, the common land use, number of pixels count from the image. So you can see, apart from pixel count, you can also compare the percentages. What is percentage maybe in a build up and the initial stage, and then percentage in when it comes to the final stage. You can talk about maybe not percentage what from the whole image in the initial stage, what is the percentage of built up, what is built up, what is percentage of, this is unclassified, percentage of built up, vegetation, and so on and so on. And then you can see the area in terms of square meter, what is for each and every one. You can also increase the size and then see information about the references, more number of classes, the dimension of pixels, and all other things you want. You can also save maybe the table as a text file. If you want to export, save it as text file. You can even convert when talking about maybe unit area, about your table, convert it from maybe square meters and so on. So it all depends on how you want it. So this is simply how to make a change detection analysis. And then you can see that from the image, the change image, this is typically showing you what has happened. The blue area is just simply part of maybe if you look here, it's simply telling you the part of built up that have been converted, part of vegetation. Can you see this vegetation that has been converted to built up area? from 2000 to 2014. You can see a slight change in the body of water and so on. So this is simply how to make change detection analysis. Thank you for watching.